2025. Calling the meeting to order at 6 o'clock p.m. And to roll call, all aldermen are present and accounted for. Item 3, Pledge of Allegiance and silent prayer in lieu of invocation. Please stand. Amen. Thank you, everyone. Item 4, reading of the minutes of the previous meeting held on October 21st, November 10th, and November 17th, 2025. Attachments 1, 2, and 3. Council, what are your wishes?
So the minutes for the meeting last night with the public hearing are in additional packet items. If you're watching online, you can get those from our website, and all the council members have copies.
Thank you. I got a motion by Palmquist to
Approve.
approve and seconded by Veneman. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, go ahead and cast your votes. Motion passes 8 ayes to 0 nays. Item 5, consider for confirmation Mayor Zacker's appointments to various committees, commissions, and boards. Attachment 4. Council, what are your wishes? I got a motion by Pollock to approve, seconded by Tim. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, go ahead and cast your votes. Motion passes 8 ayes to 0 nays. Item 6, consider for adoption a resolution adopting the tax levy and City of Wisconsin Rapids 2026 budget and Waterworks and Lighting Commission 2026 budget. See attachment number 5. Council, what are your wishes?
Motion to approve.
I got a motion by Catna, seconded by Austin. Questions or comments? Seeing none, go ahead and cast your votes. Motion passes 8 ayes to 0 nays. Item 7, consider for adoption the action of the standing committees of the Common Council as follows. Finance and Property Committee meeting held on November 4th, 2025. We had Nope. So we had talked. So we need to read them? Okay. All right. So we had a conversation at a previous meeting about reading the minutes. We haven't in the past, and we've decided not to read them again. They are in the agenda packets that are sent out. So if anybody needs to read them, they're there. We encourage everybody to read them. But as of right now, we are not reading them, and we're going to pass them to the chair to what am I going to do? I'm going to,
Yeah, I think it stands as just another item. You make a motion, second to, with the option still to hold anything out if anyone so wishes.
all right, so then I'm asking for item A, Finance and Property Committee meeting held on November 4th, 2025. Council, what are your wishes? I get a motion by Palmquist.
To approve, and I'd like to hold out 3A.
All right, I got a motion by Palmquist to approve the remainder of the minutes holding out item 3. Thank you. And I got a second by Veneman. Any other questions or comments? All right, seeing none, go ahead and vote, cast your votes on the remainder of the minutes. Motion passes 8 ayes to 0 nays. Ms. Palmquist?
Thank you. I have 2 questions related to the baby backs. First, as the minutes read, the approval of the MOU is conditional upon receiving the funds. However, in order to raise the funds, we need the MOU in place. And based on various discussions, it was my understanding that that was the council's intention, was to approve that funds be raised, let the funds be raised. If they obtain all of the funds, then we move forward with the lease services agreement. Just wanted to clarify that that was the intention, that by approving this item, we're approving the MOU be signed and fundraising can begin. Is that correct? Great. The second item, there was a mention, Attorney Schill stated there were a few questions that needed to be answered by Safe Haven Baby Boxes related to the fundraising. I'm presuming that those are all answered, and there's nothing preventing us other than the signature of the MOU to proceed with moving forward.
That's correct. Their only concern was if there was money being raised, and that if for some reason the deal fell through or whatever, we didn't raise enough, and for that purpose, then the IRS would require that those donations be returned. And the company was suggesting to avoid that, which I said, I don't think that's a big deal. I think it's going to happen, and if it doesn't, then we'll keep track and the money will go back. But their alternative of that was to then just raise money generally for a Wisconsin Safe Haven baby box, send the money to the company, and then they would know that once we were ready, we would be the first funds out. And I thought that was kind of an unnecessary step, plus a little confusing in the fundraising to basically just say we're not saying the location. So I think the concern of possibly not raising enough or having to return the funds is small compared to doing that alternate step of having to call it something else and then sending all the money there and then getting, so I think to go forward with, just the general fundraising, and they said that was okay to go ahead and start fundraising then.
Excellent, thank you. Motion to approve?
We had a motion by Palmquist to approve number 3, seconded by Penscover. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, go ahead and cast your votes. Motion passes 8 ayes to 0 nays. Item B, Public Works Committee meeting held on November 6, 2025. Committee, what are your wishes? I got a motion by Tim to approve the minutes, seconded by Palmquist. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, go ahead and cast your votes. Motion passes 7 ayes to 1 nay. Item 8, Item 8, reports of other committees, commissions, boards, and department reports. They're on file for anybody who wants to read them. Please reach out to the department heads for any questions or comments. Item 9, referrals to committees. Skosick?
Alderperson Palmquist made 2 referrals to the Legislative Committee. One was regarding revisions to Chapter 5 in regards to cat and dog controls, and the other one was revisions to Chapter 2 of the Municipal Code as it relates to the Wastewater Treatment Commission. Alderperson Pluis made a referral to the Public Works Committee regarding parking.
Thank you. Item 10, in open session, the council may vote to go into closed session under section 19.85, para 1, para E of Wisconsin statutes, which reads deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, investing of public funds, or conducting of other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. In closed session, the council may discuss negotiations and strategy regarding the renewals of emergency medical service agreements with Beer and Town of Port Edwards, Nakusa, Cranmore, and Ho Chunk Casino, which will expire on December 31st, 2025. Council, what are your wishes?
Motion to go into closed session?
I got a motion by Austin, seconded by Palmquist. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, go ahead and cast your votes. Motion passes 8 ayes to 0 nays. We are now in closed session.